The Springfield Three. Something strange happened in the peaceful Missouri hamlet of Springfield in the summer of 1992, and the residents still can't understand what happened. In this riveting account, the three women known as the Springfield Three vanished without a trace, leaving behind an enigmatic mystery. Explore the disturbing aspects of this mysterious case with us in this video as we search for a solution after more than 3 decades. Before we start the video, please subscribe to our channel for more choking stories. On the evening of June 7th, 1992, Suzanne Streeter and her other friend, Stacy McCall, were going about their normal summer activities. Before going back to Suzanne's house, where they intended to spend the night with Suzanne's mother, Cheryl Levitt, they went to a celebration, celebrating Suzanne's graduation from high school. The three women had a close relationship, and they planned to spend the evening watching films and celebrating. No one could have foreseen the uncanny turn the night would take as it progressed. The following morning, when friends attempted to contact them, they did not answer the phone when they called the residence. As the hours went by, the level of concern increased because there was no trace of the women. Unsettling circumstances were discovered when friends and family members hurriedly arrived at the residence. When they arrived, they found the front door unlocked and the lights were still on. Evidence of a struggle could be seen inside the residence, with furniture that had been flipped over and things were dispersed. Surprisingly, the handbags, identification, and other personal items belonging to the three individuals were not disturbed. But Suzanne, Stacy, and Cheryl were nowhere to be found. As soon as it became clear that the three women had disappeared without a trace, the situation swiftly became more serious. Investigators were left perplexed because there were no indications of a forced entry and a lack of tangible proof. The mysterious disappearance of this person shocked the town to its very foundation, leaving loved ones and authorities in a state of urgent search for answers. Even though the following investigations did not produce any significant leads, the mystery continued to grow. The fate of Suzanne, Stacy, and Cheryl remained a mystery. However, a comprehensive search of the local area and an intensive questioning of friends and acquaintances were conducted throughout the investigation. Springfield was thrown into a state of shock and bewilderment due to their unusual and unexpected disappearance, which defied any attempts at logical explanation. An exhaustive investigation was initiated due to the disappearance of Suzanne Streeter, Stacy McCall, and Cheryl Levitt. This inquiry garnered the attention of law enforcement authorities and the community. Police officers and detectives searched every nook and cranny of the Levitt residence with great care, gathering evidence and conducting an in-depth investigation of the area in search of any hints that would provide insight into the inexplicable disappearance. Forensic professionals thoroughly investigated the residence and discovered traces of potential evidence, such as hairs and fingerprints that could be recognized without further investigation. There was not much in the way of serious leads brought about by conducting interviews with friends, family members, and those at the graduation party. Even though much work was put into the investigation, there was a disturbing lack of conclusive evidence or suspects in the case. In addition to searching the immediate area around the residence, law enforcement officials widened their search. In addition to doing airborne searches, they also utilized hounds that had been taught to track scents. They searched through wooded regions. Nevertheless, despite these considerable efforts, the investigation did not produce any significant breakthroughs, which has left the authorities at a frustrating standstill. After more research, a disturbing realization dawned. The case of the women who had gone missing was unlike any other issue that had ever been investigated. They did not communicate with anyone, and there was no activity on their bank accounts or personal documents. It appeared they had disappeared into thin air, leaving behind a hole that seemed impossible to fill. Experienced investigators were left bewildered by the absence of evidence and tangible leads, and the families of Suzanne, Stacy, and Cheryl were placed in a condition of unbearable ambiguity as a result. The case of the Springfield Three became one of the most perplexing and enduring mysteries in the history of the United States of America as more time passed, and the prospect of a resolution became less and less likely. Because of the mysterious circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Suzanne Streeter, Stacy McCall, and Cheryl Levitt, many ideas and speculations have been developed, each of which attempts to solve the enigmatic riddle. A significant factor that was taken into consideration was foul play. According to the hypothesis of some individuals, the women were victims of an unknown perpetrator or someone who had ill intentions. Due to the lack of specific evidence or suspects, it was difficult for detectives to provide evidence supporting this notion. However, the signs of a struggle that were found inside the house showed that a violent fight had taken place. An additional hypothesis put the concept of the ladies departing freely, which is a theory that suggests they might have decided to vanish to begin a new life somewhere else. On the other hand, this idea was criticized because of the strong connection between the three ladies and the absence of any signals, such as trip plans or financial preparations, that would have supported such a sudden and extreme decision. Alleged sightings and tips that could not be verified flooded over several years, which fueled hopes of a breakthrough. These suggestions led detectives down countless dead ends, adding complexity to a case that was already difficult to understand. These tips ranged from claimed sightings in different states to claims of knowing the whereabouts of the missing women. The community was filled with rumors and speculation, ultimately contributing to the mystery's mystique. As a result of the absence of closure, there was room for speculation, which included anything from the possibility of involvement in a wider criminal operation to the possibility of conspiracy theories involving local figures. Despite the numerous hypotheses that have been proposed, none of them have brought any definitive answers. As a result, the fate of Suzanne, Stacy, and Cheryl remains cloaked in mystery, contributing to the ongoing mystery surrounding the Springfield Three. The disappearance of Suzanne Streeter, Stacy McCall, and Cheryl Levitt had a significant and long-lasting impact on the community of Springfield, which had repercussions that extended far beyond the boundaries of their neighborhood. As a result of the unnerving mystery, the once peaceful village was catapulted into the focal point of national attention, and its sense of safety was broken. As the locals realized that their seemingly idyllic town could be the site of an unexplainable disappearance, they were overcome with fear and uncomfortable feelings. In places with previously steadfast trust, doors were checked twice, neighborhoods were more cautious, and a sense of mistrust persisted in areas with always trust. An indelible scar was left on the collective psyche of Springfield as a result of the disappearance, which served as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability that exists even in the most everyday of circumstances. As a result of the uncomfortable experience, families tightened their embrace with their loved ones. Parents became more careful, and they established more stringent boundaries for their children. The incidence of vigils, awareness campaigns, and fundraising events became a regular occurrence in Springfield and around the country. The unrelenting pursuit of closure by the families sparked a surge of solidarity and support, with communities coming together to preserve the legacy of Suzanne, Stacy, and Cheryl. Decades after it occurred, the influence is being felt today. Springfield continues to be surrounded by a shadow created by the unsolved case, which serves as a continual reminder of the questions that have not been answered and the lives that are still caught in a moment of anticipation. Despite the passage of time, the story of the Springfield Three continues to serve as a cautionary tale, a demonstration of the precarious nature of security, and a tribute to the intriguing riddles that remain unsolved. The memory of these three ladies will live on forever, and their disappearance will serve as a rallying cry for ongoing efforts to find the truth and offer closure to a community that is still troubled by the mystery surrounding their disappearance. The mysterious disappearance of Suzanne Streeter, Stacy McCall, and Cheryl Levitt in 1992 continues to be one of the most puzzling mysteries that have not been solved in the history of the United States at this time. Even though such a long period has passed, the search for answers continues. We want to express our gratitude for your participation in this investigation into the mysterious disappearance of the Springfield Three. Please subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. By working together, we will be able to preserve their memory and, with any luck, one day discover the truth about the mysterious circumstances behind their disappearance.